Like a lot of people say conflicting data and ideas, and it's just like confusing, and let's just get rid of that confusion. Everybody agrees on these core principles of, hey, I am currently sick. How to ensure you have a good functioning immune system. So what better time to talk about immune health when you are in a compromised position, right? Like, this is when I'm thinking about immune health most, when I am sick. So I feel like this is a great time. And one thing I wanted to start off with was getting some type of sickness, like a cold or a flu or a virus, something of the sort, once or twice a year is very like healthy and normal. And I want to say I rarely get sick, and I really do only get sick like once or twice a year. And it's really nice because I've been around some people that are like always sick. Like they'll be getting sick like once a month, once every other month, like 4 or 5 times a year. And like it just makes me thankful for the fact that I'm taking care of myself to prevent that from happening. I'm sorry if my voice is annoying, but I just really want to talk about this. I feel like this is just real, you know? I got sick like 2 days ago. I have some type of virus. I went to the doctor. He just said I have some type of virus. I just need to take care of myself and rest and, you know, all the good stuff. So this video is going to be like me explaining what kind of lifestyle choices to make to have a good functioning immune system. And then also in this video I want to talk about if you are sick, if your immune system is compromised, what you can be doing to try to heal faster and get better and bounce back. First things first, let me get some water. Hold on. Let's just get into it. What are the lifestyle choices you should be making to ensure you have a good running immune system? And this is very generalized advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm a personal trainer and nutrition coach. And I just really care about health and wellness. So this is based off of my own research, my own findings, like things that I've read and heard, and, you know, but I'm not a doctor. And at the end of the day, I cannot tell you specifically what's wrong with you or how you could fix whatever you have going on, because there can be a lot deeper things going on that I just won't know because I don't know who you are. So don't take this advice like as if this is the one way to, you know, not get sick and blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm not your doctor. I don't know your body. I don't know what type of things you're dealing with in your unique life. So that being said, that little disclaimer being said, number one ways to have a good functioning immune system is to live a lifestyle that includes a good healthy diet, exercise, minimal stress, quality sleep, amazing hydration, and just taking care of your gut, taking the supplements that you might need, partaking in mind-body practices that help you connect to yourself and to your body's needs and to be more intuitive with yourself. Socially, having the support system you need, being around the right people. I also wanted to say, most important thing when you're sick is to rest. And I don't want you to think like, oh, like she's sick and she should be sleeping, she shouldn't be making a video. I know. And it's literally like 5:40 and I've been literally in bed sleeping until like 4 o'clock today. So that being said, I just have like a lot of thoughts on my immune system right now, and I just want to like make a video, and I'm just chilling and standing. It's not straining me. Also, what I also want to talk about this video is if you are someone who is very used to having a very consistent routine and very disciplined in that routine, and getting sick really can throw that off and really can make you feel a certain type of way negatively if you can't be doing what you want to do, especially if you already planned out your days and your week in advance, and if you have a workout schedule, blah, 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 blah. So I'm also going to touch on that because that's something I'm dealing with. I like to make videos on things that are resonating with me, if you couldn't tell. Like, I just feel like making videos on things in the moment when things are resonating feels the most authentic and makes the most sense for myself. So let's talk about what a healthy diet means. You know, what does eating well to aid in immune function mean? I'm talking about just your basic, like, eating healthy, and I know eating healthy is a very broad term, and because it is a very broad concept, because you could get really detailed and really specific, but we're not going to do that right now because I feel like that's just confusing and also requires a more one-on-one approach where I have to understand, like, your body, your problems. So this is just more of a generalized, like, what eating healthy means and what you can be doing to be eating healthy, balanced diet, so that your nutrition can help aid in immune function. So eating healthy basically just means, like, having a balanced diet that includes, like, fruits and vegetables, like eating the rainbow. I don't know if you've ever heard the term eating the rainbow, but it's just like trying to get all the colors into your diet, because every color brings different minerals and micronutrients and vitamins to the table, and having a very well balanced, like, micronutrient palette is very important. There's a lot of rich vitamins that come with all these colorful fruits and vegetables, like vitamin A, vitamin C, which hold different, like, antioxidant elements that support the immune system. If you're aiming for a diverse spectrum of fruits and vegetables, like a wide variety of them, you are more likely to ensure you're getting a well-rounded array of nutrients, basically. So aim for the rainbow, and then I'm going to move on to protein, and lean protein specifically, like poultry, like fish, lean meats, eggs, beans, lentils, all that type of stuff. Nuts as well. Protein is literally an essential building block to repairing tissue, like your muscles, also tissues that are involved in your immune system. So again, lacking enough protein really can take a toll on your immune function. Whole grains are important. Quinoa, oats is literally one of my favorite whole grains. We got brown rice. I'm not the biggest fan, but you can make anything taste good if you know how to cook. Whole grains have really good levels of fiber and vitamins and minerals that support your immune system. So getting good amounts of whole grains in your diet is important. This is huge over here. I'm going to talk about just limiting processed foods, trying to get as much whole organic foods in your diet as you can, limiting the processed and refined sugars. Refined sugar is like table sugar, like sucrose. If you do have a sweet tooth, I always recommend, trying to fulfill that sweet tooth with organic sugars like fructose from fruits, and consuming sugary snacks and sodas and processed foods can really result in weakening of your immune system. I feel like that was a good quick little rundown. I'm just going to add in, like, probiotic foods like yogurt if you don't have any, like, dairy intolerance, or like kimchi or sauerkraut have great elements to help with your gut microbiome and take care of your gut health. Can be a huge part of keeping your immune system healthy. So that was just like a little glazed over overview of things that you should be keeping in mind. I like to make things not too complicated and simplify things so that it's easy to understand, because I think a lot of the problems when it comes to trying to take control of your health journey is that things can get confusing, especially when there's so many people talking about different things you should be doing and getting into really detailed, confusing language surrounding, like, all these different concepts and ideas of how you should be eating, what you should be eating, how much of it you should be eating. And I'm just like, I like to just oversimplify things so that it feels like it's easier and more achievable, and it doesn't have to be so complicated, because at the end of the day, it's great to get really, really detailed and complex in the details of everything, but if you're not even at the stage where you have a healthy, well-balanced diet, even at the, simplified version of it, then you shouldn't worry about all that, It's like one step at a time. The first step is to just make sure you're trying to eat a well-balanced diet, low in processed foods, and taking care of your gut microbiome. And once you have that down, that's when you can get into further detail of all the rest of the confusing stuff, you know? But it's just like, focus on the important concept and idea and the overall oversimplified stuff, so that you feel like you can actually do what you need to do. And I think that's what helped me in my journey most of all. Just not getting too confused, you know? All that shit can be really confusing and conflicting too. I feel like a lot of people say conflicting data and ideas, and it's just like confusing, and let's just get rid of that confusion. Everybody agrees on these core principles of getting a well-balanced diet, eating the rainbow, getting your lean protein in, of course, hydrating as much as possible, drinking as much water as you can. Drink it. Oh my God, like, please. Keep the water by your desk, keep the water in your car, keep the water, I don't know, just bring the water with you. Get a little emotional support water bottle that is big enough to carry enough water for you to be like, oh, how am I gonna drink this, you know? Keep that shit around. Set reminders on your phone and drink your water, because water, staying hydrated, is literally so important for immune function, and dehydration is huge in weakening your immune function. Next, I'm talking about exercise for a second. Engaging in regular physical activity is so good for your immune system. I've been exercising consistently 3 to 5 times a week for the past like 2 or 3 years. There's so many health benefits with all like reducing all the chronic diseases and all that good stuff. The exercising really reduces inflammation, improves circulation, and is just so good for your overall body's well-being. So partaking in any type of regular physical activity, I was going to say exercise, but exercise, I feel like you just think of the gym. So I'm just saying physical activity, because any type of physical activity is better than nothing. So if you're not doing anything and you're like, it's daunting to go to the gym or to go do a workout class, then just go on a walk, go stretch a little bit, go walking up and down your stairs, you know, like, there are so many things you can be doing for the in-between, and we're all about taking baby steps to get where you want to go, because that's the key. So you don't have to jump from not doing any type of physical activity to going straight to like exercising 5 times a week, you know. There's that in between, and just having a well-rounded physical activity routine too. Like, if you are someone who goes to the gym, you know, we're doing resistance training, we're doing mobility, flexibility, we're going on walks and trying out different types of ways to move our bodies consistently, just getting your steps in, and that is just so good for your body overall. So we're just making sure we're doing all that. Next one that is huge is getting quality sleep. Oh my God, like, this is something that a lot of people just don't really give enough thought or time to, and I'm telling you right now, 7 to 9 hours of sleep is so detrimental to your health. Like, your cells do most of its repairing while you're sleeping. When you're sleeping, the body produces and releases this protein called cytokines. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but these cytokines are essential for fighting infections and inflammation. So when you're sleeping, a lot of inflammation reduction is happening, your cells restoring and repairing. Sleep plays a crucial role in your stress management because of its role in regulating the stress hormones like cortisol. You would think there's a reason humans have to sleep, you know? There is a good reason humans have to sleep. Like, you can't go 3 days without sleeping for a reason. It's part of your body. It's like when your phone dies and it needs to get charged. It's like sleep is like charging us. And so neglecting to get good sleep is like you're just not charging your phone and expecting it to still fucking work when it's not being charged. Even if it's dying, you're like, oh, it doesn't need to be charged. But let me tell you, your phone's gonna die at some point. and it's going to need to be charged, right? And it's so good for maintaining homeostasis as well, which is crucial to your body maintaining its internal balance. Disruption in your sleep pattern or irregular sleep patterns can really disrupt this whole process of homeostasis, of cell of restoration and repairing, of the hormone and stress management and all that. So get your sleep in. Limiting your stress is so important for immune function, let me tell you, because stress is something that really translates physically. Everybody agrees on this, so you don't even need to argue with me, but stress is something that just translates physically on so many levels. That's where heart disease comes from, and high blood pressure, all that type of stuff comes from stress. And it also affects your immune system, and it affects like just the way your body functions. People can really create diseases and ailments in their body just from stress. So it's very, very, very important to manage your stress and to try to get your stress levels down as much as possible. I know it's impossible to get rid of stress. Stress is just a part of life, but it is possible to limit stress or to try to reduce it by doing different practices like meditation, yoga, journaling, having a good support system around you, limiting toxic relationships and toxic people in your life. And if a certain work environment is very stressful for you, always consider you are in a free world here, and even if it's hard sometimes, it can be worth it to try to make big lifestyle changes to make these big changes in your stress levels. But even on daily levels, like waking up and saying some gratitude for being alive, to try to start your day more positively, and doing little things for yourself and going on dates with yourself to just be a more happy person and be more non-reactive and seeing things more objectively in life, and just being the witness to your life instead of being a constant victim to your emotions really allows you to lower your stress levels, because then you start to engage with situations in more of a objective stance instead of being so physically and emotionally taken up by the things that are happening around you. Limiting your stress levels is very important for immune health, and it's something that you should constantly keep in mind. And if you find certain things or certain situations, or be mindful of what exactly is causing you stress in your life. Be mindful of when you're not putting in the work to try to limit that. And I love like practices like meditation and yoga, because it really creates an environment for you to be more in tune with yourself and your body. Being mindful and self-aware is so important, because being connected to what your body feels and what your body needs is crucial. It's like a constant conversation with your body. Like, you have to be able to be in tune with your emotions and be in tune with the way your body feels in order to respond effectively, right? You can't give yourself and your body what you need if you don't even know what it is that you need. So like yoga and meditation and journaling for self-awareness just allows you to create this environment where you are more in touch with what it is that you need, which allows you to show up for yourself and show up for your body more intuitively. Now that was just a basic overview. I want to get into, if you are sick like me, twin, first of all, but second of all, what to do to try to get better and to take care of yourself well while you are sick. Number one, everybody knows, is rest. I have a problem with this because I literally love to be busy, and it's something that I always have to work on to allow myself to rest. And I do actually schedule in time in my week to rest and time in my week to do things that are non-productive, but even rest is productive, so let's not get into that conversation. But you know, like for this week, I already scheduled out, I planned my weeks in advance, and I planned my whole week out. And you know, it was hard for me to come and accept the fact that since I'm sick, I'm not going to be doing shit, I'm not going to get shit done, and those things that I scheduled to get done and that what I was expecting to get done are not going to get done. And It was hard to accept, but I did accept it, you know? Rest. Get into a comfortable bed, in a colder room, get the humidifier going, sleep as much as you can. Don't put strain on your body, you know, like for me even, that's like, I'm so consistent with my exercise routine, so it's like I really wanted to, this week I planned out my workouts and I really wanted to hit them, and I'm like, movement makes me feel so good. I love movement. Movement makes me feel amazing, and when I don't have a lot of movement in my day, I start to feel like kind of stagnant and kind of like, I don't know. It's just like I feel like I have a lot of energy that needs to get released, you know? Movement's like a therapy for me, and you just have to allow yourself and your body to rest, and exercise is usually putting strain on your body, especially if you're doing resistance training. So just take it easy, and if you really need to get some movement in like I do, just do some gentle stretching, do some gentle low impact type of stuff that won't put strain on your body. Just take a walk if you need to. But yeah, getting that rest in is so important. You know, eating good foods that are good for you, like maintaining that healthy, balanced, nutrient dense diet also while you're sick. But of course, I have my holistic health tonic that I literally drink every single time I feel like I'm about to get sick, or I'm on the brink of getting sick, or I am sick, or even on the daily sometimes. This is my tonic. You can get ginger, turmeric, garlic. You can add lime or lemon and honey and with hot water. And literally, the antioxidants, the anti-inflammation properties that ginger, garlic, turmeric, and lemon and honey all have in them is amazing. It's literally like a herbal remedy, and it's widely accepted too. It's widely known that these foods have these properties. It's like the go-to immune boosting blend to take care of yourself. They can really alleviate your symptoms, and especially like obviously if you're having throat troubles, adding honey, it can really soothe your throat. It's just great for boosting your immune system, especially in times where you're a little compromised. So I think I've drank like 3 of these at least a day for the past 3 days. And then once the garlic sits in the hot water for long enough, it gets soft and you can eat the garlic. Garlic is just so good for immune function. I'm also taking vitamins, like I've been taking B vitamins are really good. Magnesium is great. Of course, vitamin C. I have this spirulina that I've been taking, which is just a superfood. It contains vitamin A, K, B12, magnesium, and chlorophyll, boosting immunity and supporting cardiovascular health. So spirulina is great. You know, if you're having really bad symptoms, take that medication, that Advil, that Tylenol. You can't, like me, like I went like most of the day yesterday without taking anything, and I was in a lot of pain, and it was kind of annoying because I couldn't rest. Like I couldn't sleep. Like I was resting in bed, but I couldn't sleep. So I decided, I usually don't take Advil or Tylenol right away. I tried to see if I could just like, you know, thug it out, but I know myself, and when I get to a certain point, I'm gonna take it because it's not worth it if I can't go to sleep and if I can't really rest. If you need to take that, take that. Of course, like go to your doctor if you need to. I went to my doctor just to make sure I don't have strep or anything like that. But obviously going to the doctor is a great way to deal with your sickness, especially if you don't know what you're sick with. Steam therapy is so good, like humidifier or taking a bath. So I'm actually about to take a bath, and I was gonna take you guys with me because I got this like vapor bath crystals. I'm gonna light a candle, and then I'm gonna set up my humidifier, and you can come with me. Added some of this to my bath too. Out the bath, feeling like clean, a new person.
I just ended my night with some vegetable soup. Soup is so good for you while you're sick too. Have been eating soup every day, and then I ended my night with that tonic that I told you about. Don't forget to breathe deeply and live mindfully.